So there I was out there trying to capture the sirens. Sound like they're at the end of the world, but you know, I hear sirens over here, and then I hear them over here, and then I hear them off that way, and it's like, where the hell are they going? There's no big plumes of smoke to tell me what's going on. So I'm right next to the main highway out here, and some guy walks up and asks me for change. He's a homeless guy or something. And he was walking down the road and just walks up to me, and I'm like, this is what I get for living on the end of the neighborhood next to the industrial complex buildings over here. I get to be the guy who gets accosted in his own front yard waiting for... You know, where's the big city? You know, we're miles from anywhere. There's no fast food joints around here. It's like, and yet I just gotta... Oh well. Anyway, so that's my problem. Never should have picked this house. I'll get into a story one of these days of why I picked this house. So, bought a GoPro, and I decided yesterday while I was waiting for a ride home to try something out. Would you like to see the footage? Now that was the first time it'd ever been wet, except a raindrop or two. And it was great. It worked fine. Got home, looked at the footage, thought it looked pretty cool. And the very next day I put the camera on Natalie. She goes to Ellie's soccer game. And they call me from the soccer field, because I don't go to the soccer games, it's too hot. So they call me and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, well, we can't get the camera to work. The camera, you hit the on button, you see the little camera on top of a tripod symbol on the GoPro, which means it's ready to shoot. And you hit the record button and nothing's going on. So we went round and around with a few things, turn it off, turn it back on, but it won't turn all the way off. And it's like, okay, Bill, her grandfather, figured out, well, let's try pulling the battery. Pulls the battery, it starts working again. And it's scaring the hell out of me, right? Because I just used it underwater for the first time. I didn't notice any water on the inside of the case after using it. Get it home, and I can't get the little Wi-Fi thing to work. I'm like, oh crap. Well, it turns out all was for nothing. I've had to pull the battery in that thing before. I think it was just timing, because as soon as you can't have it plugged into the USB and be pulling files off the USB and use the Wi-Fi at the same time. You have to unplug the USB cable to get the Wi-Fi stuff to work. So the only I can't read the little screen. Because I'm legally blind, so I have to use the phone app to get into, you know, hello, light going off. I have to use the phone app to control the camera, which is great. It's awesome. You have an Android device. I know it works. I'm pretty sure it works for iPhone as well. Download their app. You can control all the functionality of the camera, reset the time every time, blah blah blah. Works great. So finally, scare averted. I'm sitting there thinking, it's a $200 camera, and I'm going to take it in the water. And you can buy underwater cameras for like $50 that take really crappy video. But people use these GoPro cameras for just insane stuff. I saw a guy stick one in like a cannonball and try to shoot it and just disintegrated the camera. So there are limits to what those GoPros can do, but it's amazing. They have web pages you can go to just look at the shit that people do with these GoPro cameras. And it's just amazing. Right now I'm shooting on my phone. Normally this back-facing camera is all fuzzed out, but it's because of the case I keep it in. Well, the case is coming apart, so I'm taking it out of the case, and this is hope for the best. I've had this phone for almost 2 years, and it's starting to look like it's time for an upgrade, but the problem is it's a Galaxy S4, and it works fine. It does everything I needed to do so far. It's one drop away from needing a new phone, but I really don't think the case that I have it in would protect it much anyway. I don't do anything. I've looked at all these video, the people online, the vloggers, people call themselves vloggers, and especially the daily vloggers, and what they do on a daily basis to get views and this sort of thing. And it's just, I don't do anything. You know, I'm out here in my garage, and this is it. You know, it's just, there's old camping equipment, and I haven't been camping in years. I need to put all this stuff in the attic. But I mean, that's it. You know, I don't do anything. And on the weekends, I just sit there and stare at the computer screen, which is now the new TV, and watch television on the computer or YouTube videos. Or I don't really do anything. I need to get off my butt and do a few things, and just for the sake of getting off my butt. Natalie drew this. She's a really good artist. I wish she'd get back into it. But it's time to clean the whiteboard. Bye, Gandalf. See how mad she gets at me when I finds out I erase it. It is a whiteboard. You want to draw it. You draw on a whiteboard, and then you take pictures of it, and then you put those online, and you go on about your day and redraw something else.